Welcome to this episode of Apis TechTips, a series of short explainer excerpts from real Apis training courses. This episode gives a basic understanding of what software-defined networking can be, and it comes from the course Cloud, NFV and SDN in an hour. Enjoy! Couldn't we do this? If we have a network that looks like this, very weird, a router, a switch and a diode of some kind and other very weird looking hardware specific network pieces of equipment. Instead, we buy these generic boxes and we manage them centrally from this place, from this little brain here, so that it controls them to behave in such a way that from the outside they look like this, which happens to be the exact same picture as that. So from the outside, we can't tell whether we're connected to this or to that. But of course, there's so much more flexibility in the right side, because here at the flip of a switch or the drop of a hat, I can just change how these things work. On this side, I need to disconnect them and go away and buy another thing and connect it. Flexibility. This in here sometimes this interface here uses a protocol called OpenFlow. I can just mention it because it's a popular protocol. It's not at all the only way to do SDN, but it's a popular protocol for controlling SDN devices. So one effect of this is what's called network slicing. If we have this little network and maybe I'm sitting somewhere over here talking to this controller asking it to do something, this customer A compared to that customer B perceive this network completely differently. Customer A sees a square of routers like this. Customer B sees a matrix of switches, even though it's the same physical network. This is typically called network slicing. And network slicing has a bigger meaning as well. This is network slicing specifically for like transport networks, packet forwarding networks. If you include network functions like higher layer applications and things like that, but still apply the same logic, it's a hardware architecture, it's a hardware infrastructure that is perceived differently depending on who you are using it. That's also network slicing. And it's very popular in NFV and in 3GPP. 5G talks a lot about network slicing, for instance. If you enjoyed this Apis Tech Tip, check out the full Apis course, Cloud, NFV and SDN in an hour, where this video came from. There, you will learn different ways to implement a cloud execution environment, what NFV and SDN are, and how all three function together. Check this course out in more detail and all our other training. Just visit us on www.apistraining.com.